Hello viewers, my name is Adam and this is Siki Media Productions. And in this video it's going to be a short review for the movie Mission Impossible Fallout. This is the sixth installment in the Mission Impossible franchise starring Tom Cruise. And this is going to be a short departure for my usual video format because I'm currently working on other projects for this channel that I hope that you will be glad to see in the future. But going on, this is our review for Mission Impossible. So at the time of this video, it's actually currently at 97% Rotten Tomatoes, and it actually has the highest opening the franchise had yet. And that's good for that movie. But to know my own thoughts about this, let's head on to the story. And so to surprise, actually plays out like a direct sequel to Christopher McQuarrie's Rogue Nation because so many plot threads from the previous film is carried over to this one, which is a bit of a departure from the franchise as a whole. So I'm a bit concerned for viewers who's going into this film not knowing what is actually going around if they haven't watched Rogue Nation yet. It is a good movie after all. But nonetheless, it actually still borrows heavily from previous Mission Impossible tropes and other films actually. And what I didn't like about this film is how derivative it actually plays out in very predictable fashion. I know most people don't necessarily go to the Mission Impossible franchise just for their story because they are thinly scripted usually, but the twists and turns are just painfully obvious in this one that I'm quite surprised that it has such a high rating due to its conflict that's involved in this film. And that carries on to the characters as well. This stars also Henry Cavill, who plays the villain in this one. But you know that it's a little bit not a spoiler, especially how the movie plays out. But the thing is, even though that he's had such a high profile in the marketing of this film, he's very underutilized as a character because he plays a very generic villain. And when I mean this is also plays more like a direct sequel to Rogue Nation, it he just plays second fiddle to the previous villain in that film. And I'm not going to say more on that, but that's how it just plays out for Henry Cavill's Walker character. This also is bringing back the Mission Impossible franchise's recurring characters as well, played by Simon Pegg and Ving Rhames. Rebecca Ferguson is the first time a lead female brings back from the franchise, which is a very welcome addition. I liked her in Rogue Nation, and she does a good job here. Anyone who's looking for Michelle Monaghan's character, she just has a very extended cameo in this one. Significant to the real plot, but overall, don't be surprised if you don't see a lot of her. But this is Tom Cruise's vehicle, and a lot of the material goes to him. But the thing is, a lot of the characterizations of all these characters fall flat to me. Now, the thinly written characters aspect is, I'm only saying that is because the characters themselves don't actually have much emotional conflict within this film, as well as the stakes involved. The supporting characters, I feel as though they should have been a lot more danger than they are, especially for a film that's called Fallout. Some risk should have been involved in this character, especially in this sixth installment in the franchise. But for most of all, most people tend to go to the Mission Impossible series for the action. The production is stellar with cinematography, with this well-filmed sequences shot on film, not digital. So watch this on the biggest screen possible. And as well as the music from the franchise's carryover that also has nice, good thematic quality to it. But the action sequences in this, though they are well staged and choreographed, I particularly like the bathroom fight scene in particular, or the overall the pair sequence overall. The action sequences to me felt low scale compared to previous entries, most definitely from the opera sequence in Rogue Nation and the building climb sequence in Ghost Protocol. Both are highly suspenseful in this franchise, and I don't really necessarily see any memorable sequences that will stand up to those two from the franchise in of itself. But overall, I will say that Mission Impossible is a okay film. It is a bit of a disappointment. I personally feel as though the Mission Impossible franchise still holds a nice good significance in film history, but I kind of feel as though the franchise needs to start leveling up and taking risks as they want to really make a name for themselves going forward. But that's all I have for you today. My name is Adam, and this has been Sticky Media Productions. If you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. And I also want to hear your thoughts. If you want to think differently about it, I want to know about it, and be in contact. Make sure you also hit the notification bell if you want to know when future videos like this will be available. Thank you for watching. Bye.